Everybody, I want us to talk about V8s in Mercedes, also the C-Class and the CLE CLK. Starting off right off the bat, there are some reports on Reddit that Mercedes is transitioning away from the V8 a little bit earlier than we thought they would. For example, there was a lot of rumors, and I even have a few videos on this about some sort of like a super like a 73 model, which would have maybe the electronic differential plus the electronic turbos, and it would be a V8, so the 4.0 plus that, and you'd get like 1,000 horsepower, maybe 800 or 900 depending on how they package it, maybe 700 if they didn't really want to tune it up. And that's what a lot of people were hoping for, and I guess we're still going to see that sort of packaging on some like maybe McLarens or supercars, but it sounds like from these reports that the E-Class is not getting a V8 in the future. So like the E63, they just announced the final edition E63. And a lot of people believe that that is a signal. In fact, it might even be more than a belief. It might actually be announced that that is a signal that Mercedes isn't going to do an E73. They might do a GT73. That could be in the price class for that type of a car, because those fetch pretty close to 200,000, and the GT73 would be over 200,000, almost certainly. We know that the C63 is not going to get a V8, right? That's been announced. It's going to have like the F1 inspired electronic hybrid turbo with the GLA 45, the CA45 type engine, but mounted longitudinally. So the question is, what's going to happen in the middle? Are there going to be some V8s for some of the special cars like the G-Wagon, the S, the GT? What's going to happen with McLaren and Aston Martins? Are they still going to get the 4.0 V8s? And in the CLE CLK is a really big question, because they're not doing a W206. They're not doing a 206 coupe or convertible, according to reports, and I think it's pretty much confirmed right now. They are going to release the 206, and I think it's out. I've seen some pictures. I think you can buy it if you want. It's supposed to be much more of a grown-up kind of a car, a lot more posh, a lot less of a driver's car. In fact, there's been a couple really solid, interesting reviews about this, where people have said, the 205 is just a really, really great driver's car, and the 206 is a more grown-up car. It's got a lot more technology, it rides better, but it doesn't have the same sort of turn on a dime sports car feel. It's gained some weight. So we know that the 206 isn't going to have a V8. We know it's probably not going to have the convertible or the coupe. And we know that the 205 is going to be built alongside of it for a while, which makes a lot of sense for the coupe and convertible, because the coupe and convertible, people are probably going to want more of a sports car, and the 205 from reports is more of a sports car. So it'll be really interesting to see what the new CLE or CLK is going to look like. I could see them bringing back the CLK moniker. People really loved it. It's a very popular car. People, it's got a cult following, right? My dad had one. He had the CLK 500, and it's a beautiful car, and it would be an interesting thing to see what happens. Are they going to put a V8 in that? And I'm guessing they probably won't. I'm guessing what we'll see is a hotter version of the inline six in the E-Class. I'm guessing we're going to see a hotter version, like the 53 engine, but tuned up even a little more, either with electronically assist or with the rear differential E boost or whatever, or some sort of maybe a bigger turbo, an even bigger turbo that uses like more spooling to eliminate turbo lag. And that could be a really compelling engine. Like, I'm not saying that's a bad engine. i6s can be very smooth. But that being said, it probably isn't going to sound like a V8. It probably won't feel like a V8. You know, they kind of fire a little bit. You know, they rock a little, right? And there's sort of a lineage to the past, or at least the immediate past that we kind of remember. You know, I remember having my dad's boats with those 454s in them. And, you know, there's a lot of great muscle cars with the V8s. So it'll be really interesting to see what Mercedes does. Are they going to put an inline six in a CL K type of a car? Or are they going to do a V8? Will an inline six even fit? Because inline sixes are a little longer. They're as long as a V12. V12s are wider, of course. But you know, it'll be interesting to see what happens. And I guess I have to go because my little boy is coming. But until next time, I'll hope to have some more hard news for you later. Right now, it's kind of rumors, but you know, that's what's going on right now. You want to say? Okay, okay. All right, guys. Till next time.